As Osho once quoted, "Suffering is not holding you. You are holding suffering." When you become good at the art of letting sufferings go, then you'll come to realize how unnecessary it was for you to drag those burdens around with you. You'll see that no one else other than you was responsible. Let go of the past and move on. There's an Arab proverb that states that, you should write the bad things that happen to you in the sand, so that they can be easily erased from your memory. However, most of us engrave the bad things that happen to us in marble. Therefore, our painful memories remain immortalized in our minds. We walk around with our failures, our mistakes, our disappointments, and our regrets from the past, shackled around our ankles, weighing us down. In order to live fully in the present, we need to learn from the painful memories of the past, and then let those memories go. Release the past, unleash yourself from the past burden, stand firmly in the present, and prepare to step confidently into the future. The importance of letting go. What are you holding on to right now, that is potentially preventing you from moving forward in your life? We hold on to something because it feels important to us, like life or death situation. Sometimes it's a relationship that ended a long time ago, but we just can't let go. We're not ready to accept it. There was a different result we wanted. And we hold on to this crazy belief that somehow, some way, someday, we can get it back. Sometimes it's tragedy. An untimely death. We think for what could have been, we blame ourselves. What should have been? What we were entitled? Why did it happen? Sometimes it's a dream, a desire, a hope, a wish. Something we've wanted for years but has never happened. Something that always seems to be just ahead, but is actually further away than it's ever been. What seems like something in the future is actually just a reflection of a past desire that could not be fulfilled. Sometimes it's a grudge. We're waiting for the world to correct the awful error it imposed upon us without our consent. You've got to let it go. Because it's nothing but dead weight and baggage from our past we are carrying. The longer you hold on to the past, the longer it takes to move forward and the heavier it gets. You can't attract something new when your energetic space is filled with too much of the old thoughts and memories. And all that stuff you're holding onto is an anchor, holding you in place, indeed sometimes pulling you down into the oceanic depths where there is no air, nothing to breathe. And sometimes you don't realize what you're holding onto, until you make a conscious effort to let it go and see what happens. Think of something that is holding you back right now. A relationship. A dream. A grudge. A mortgage, losing your loved ones, a dead-end job. You'll know it's dead weight, when you think about it, you feel yourself slip into a lower vibration such as fear, shame, guilt, anger, or sadness. Now make the decision to let it go. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out, and let it go. Write it on a piece of paper and burn it. Put it in a box and bury it in the backyard. Toss a stone into the ocean as a symbol of whatever it is. Decide you will let it go and do something tangible or symbolic to show your commitment to this release. Take a look at that space and decide consciously what you want to be there. Just as you would love to decorate a room in your home, allow yourself to consciously decorate your life. Don't hang a heavy painting on a nail too small to hold it. Only allow into it what you want to be there. Tell everything else no, it is not welcome. Be the one in command of your energetic space. Keep it clean. Free of clutter. Don't let bad thoughts rent it for free. No one gets to sit in your space unless you allow it. Make sure everything in your space is there by your design and with your
So let me tell you a very interesting story. Once upon a time, two Buddhist monks were on a journey. One of them was a senior monk and the other was a junior monk. And during their journey they approached a raging river. And on the riverbank stood a young lady. She was clearly concerned about how she would get to the other side of the river without drowning. The junior monk walked straight past her. Without giving it thought, and he crossed the river. The senior monk, however, picked up the young lady and carried her across the river. He placed her down, they parted ways, and they went on their journey. As the journey went on, the senior monk could see some concern in the junior monk's mind. He asked what was wrong. The junior monk replied, "How could you carry her like that? You know we can't touch women, it's against our way of life." After a big pause, the senior monk nodded his head and answered, "I have left the young lady at the river's edge a long way back. Why are you still carrying her?" The senior monk had broken rules, but for good reason. Once the purpose was filled, he put her down and continued on. He never gave it any further thought. Whereas the junior monk didn't touch the woman, but was carrying the burden of what the senior monk had done as an emotional baggage, which was an action of the past. You see, in life, we have little use of our past experiences, except for learning, whether it is good or bad. And just like in this Buddhist monk story, we need to let go of any burden the past has placed on us. It's happened, it's over, it cannot be changed, we can only move forward and create a better future. If you hang on to something which happened in the past, which gives you suffering, every time you relive it, you think about it, you will get the same suffering, over and over again, which will eventually create a cycle of suffering for yourself. So stop worrying and let the past go, in that way you will open your doors for the future.